All right, guys, what is up? Zach Ginn here. And in today's video, guys, I am so pumped up. This is going to be a really exciting one. But in this one, we're going to talk about building traction in your real estate wholesaling business. Now, this is our Wholesaling Houses for a weekly meeting. So I'm really excited for this one. So let's hop some people on here and let's actually start talking about building real traction in your real estate wholesaling business. This is a very exciting one for me. This is something I'm very passionate about. And I think it's so important because I don't think a lot of people know actually how to build that actual passionate business that you can build the real traction with. So I'm so excited for this one. So we have some people on here. So let's hop some people on here. Let's get some questions. But before we get into it, guys, remember, you need to smash that like button and subscribe to get the most value from me. Remember, I'm trying to help you make your first $100,000 in real estate wholesaling absolutely for free. And that's what I'm going to do today. So I took a little creative video topic, I'm going to be honest. And this is because I wanted to be not general in this term, but I want to help you guys out. So if you're my Wholesaling Houses for a Mastermind, we're live in it right now. We got some people on here. I'm pretty excited. So let's get some people on here. Let's talk to them and see how I can help them build traction in their business. I can give you some tips also. I'm going to give you plenty of tips today on actually how to build like traction in your business, but I want to hear from you guys. So we got Jonte and Courtney on here today. What's up, guys?
Hey,
How you doing?
How's it going?
Blessed beyond stress. How are you?
Same thing, man. Can't complain. Really appreciate the value that you bring. I listen to your podcast and follow you, and just so I'm glad to be able to be up here, man. Thanks.
No worries, no worries. And what can I help you today here at Wholesaling Houses for Real?
Well, we're at the stage now where we're looking to begin to hire, and I'm trying to dial in how to create training that's replicable, that I don't have to constantly, revise or sit with folks all the time, that 20/80 rule. So just trying to figure out how to do that. I'm trying to hire a lead manager to help me manage, of course, the leads that are coming in. So that's where I am.
Perfect. I mean, you're at the right video topic for this. So that's awesome. Can you tell me a little bit about your business so I can try to help you as much as I can?
Sure. We're based out of Baltimore, Maryland. We started really the real estate journey about a year ago, focusing on wholesaling. It took us about 6 months to actually land our first deal. Since then, we've had some good momentum. We have done about, 29 deals in the last 6 months. Our margins are pretty small, so that means I'm trying to work on my sales and marketing and locking them up at deeper discounts so that I can bring more to the table. It's really me, my fiance, who are doing the acquisition and disposition, and we did recently, about a month ago, hire a VA, awesome VA out of the Philippines to help with qualifying the leads. So yeah, that's where we are now. Have about we have about 8 in escrow ready set to close, and about 10 for marketing, and we're it's really, I'm going to have a good problem now of having this full-time job.
Okay. You cut out a little bit there, but that's awesome. So you got the VAs going. You're trying to hire some acquisitions managers. I mean, it looks like you're trying to build the systems up. I mean, what's your question for me on, like, how can I help you out? So what kind of systems are you struggling with right now? And how can I help you build that traction up? Hello? Might cut out there. But yeah, his thing cut out there. But what I would say in that situation, when you have the cold callers and you're getting 8 deals in escrow, which is really good, you're probably best if you start hiring acquisitions managers now so you can start scaling that up even more. So 8 in escrow is amazing. Just getting more acquisitions managers on there, or just getting your first one, will help you. Like, the time suck of going on these appointments is crazy. Now, if you're not in the way, like we're trying to build traction up and scale it up. This is different. This is more of a higher level, I think I would say, for building traction in a business. So I would personally say they have the VAs, you have the systems for the marketing.
Sorry about
Oh,
that.
you're back.
Yeah, sorry about that. I'm driving. So and we do weekly role plays. And so he told me about the Zoom call, so I just literally jumped on. I'm driving back from Florida, so I may be spotty. But yeah, actually, I'm looking for like hiring, how to how to hire a lead manager. What systems do I look for? How do I qualify them? Am I getting from referrals? Are you going? Could I use a VA to do the lead management? I guess those are big questions. I don't know if that's specific.
Yeah. So that's a good one. So the lead manager, the best ones I've seen are actually VAs, or the American ones. They're best for acquisitions. So I think a VA would be pretty good if you use like a VoIP like phone thing. With the Trace Action stuff, might be different. But I personally would say still do a VA for now and make sure their English is very good. My personal recommendation was probably be Upwork. You don't want to find someone with an extreme amount of experience because they probably have a lot of bad habits from a previous wholesaler. So someone decent experience, what I would recommend from you, a lead manager probably has to have very good English. So I would say is on the job application, they have to do 2 voice recordings just to confirm like their accent and then see how good they're at, their sales experience. But unfortunately, this is the hardest part about like a lead manager is you won't know if they're good or not until you train them and you start having them actually work. That's the issue. I mean, they need a lot of training, but if you can train them, I mean, it seems like you're training your employees very well. I think if you do a VA, if you train them hard enough and you get a lot of incentives for them, I think you can do pretty good with it. But I would do Upwork or onlinejobs.ph, and really you need to focus on what you want to do with them. Are they going to be appointment setters? Are they just going to warm up the leads, follow up with the leads, and then give it to the acquisitions person? You need to decide that. My best experience, the acquisitions person should handle basically setting up the appointment and everything, because that's kind of where the rapport's built. But the follow-up should be done with the VA if you have so many leads. That needs to be done. But I mean, a lead manager is worth their weight in gold, especially with the VA.
Appreciate that. I have one granular question. What about like if my lead manager, I imagine them helping set up like the calls from our callers, but do you actually give them access? Like when skip tracing, do I give them access to how do they pay for skip tracing? That's what I'm trying to figure out. If I remove myself, like do I give them the ability to go to my account or swipe my card to skip trace or stuff like that when it comes to finance?
They shouldn't have any access to that because they're following up with leads and warming them up. I don't know what CRM you use, but they should just live on Podio, and that's where they live. There's no skip tracing on Podio.
Well, I got you. Well, what I was envisioning is that, like, at the end of the week when all the drive from dollars stuff from Deal Machine comes in, or if I pull a list, I want someone else to pull the list, skip trace it, and have my cold callers and myself on the phone and call. But there's that point, there's bottleneck between like actually paying for the list. And I don't know who should. I mean, I know I want to be in control of the finances, but I don't want to have to like, okay, here, give me the list back so I can pay for it and then send it back. I want to just.
Okay, I get it. That's more of marketing. If they're trying to skip trace the list and pull the list, my personal recommendation is, I mean, use whoever you want. We use batch leads, so you can put money on there, so they don't have to mess with your credit card. You put like $50 on there, and then that's for the week.
Heck yeah.
I just I trust my employees, but a VA with a credit card is very scary. So I would probably do something like that.
Oh, perfect, man. All right, okay, so I can just queue it up and then.
I think other you don't have to use batch. Like there's other skip tracing services you could probably do that with. Just do like a prepaid thing. find out how much you want to pay a week or a month or something like that. But you need to separate the lead manager from the marketing person. Those are two different jobs. A marketing person doesn't even need to know English too well. They got to be very analytical, to the point, and they're like, this is my job. I do X, Y, Z, and they like the schedules. And the lead manager needs to be someone who likes talking to people and actually warming up and just really doing the follow-up. And they're more driven to get deals on a percentage wise versus the marketing person who's kind of on a base salary, if that makes sense. Like, I pull probates every week. This is what I do. I skip trace it, and that's my job.
Okay. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Ask me how I came up with all that. A lot of mistakes.
Yeah, there it is. I appreciate you sharing, man.
No worries. It's kind of, I've never served in the military. I know a little bit about the military, but the way they do a lot of their R&D is very, or some of the operations are very compartmentalized on some things, not everything. But I kind of treat the business like that, where like, hey, the acquisitions person, that's what you're doing. That's it. That's your sole specialty on there. Dispo is sole specialty marketing. And then the lead management's kind of in acquisitions, but it's technically acquisition. So I like to keep people in their own space so they become experts in it. And that's the best that I've found. Again, with this whole, where is it?
Like Belichick and the Patriots.
That's it. Like,
one job.
Tom Brady's not catching footballs. He's punted before, but he's very specific on what he does. Running backs do exactly what they're supposed to do, and they don't go play defense. They run the ball. They'd be all over the place.
Thanks, man. Like I said, my service may be spotty. I may be in and out, but I'm definitely going to take advantage of the source that you provide, man. Thanks.
I appreciate it. And guys, there's only one Taysom Hill. Okay. So like, you don't treat your employees like Taysom Hill. But that's a joke for my Saints fans. But
well,
yeah,
you made my fiance smile. She loves Taysom Hill. She's a huge Saints fan. So she heard you say that. Absolutely, there's only one.
All right. I love it. Any more questions? I can help you out with the scaling.
Oh man, I appreciate it. I'm going to just take those two nuggets and run with them. Separate the job and a couple of things you gave. Thanks.
Also, if you want, this is like $15 for the download, or you get a free PDF. I'm not telling you how to do it, but some people are very creative and they find free PDF on books, and I'm not going to be the person that says anything because I'm not a lawyer. But the book Traction for $15, this is better than a $2,000 wholesaling seminar. This helps you compartmentalize kind of everything. This is where a lot of my systems were kind of based off of. So let me open this book up here. It basically shows you where you should be in your business, some ways you can kind of scale it up. It's a general way to scale like businesses up that you can use for your wholesaling. It shows you stuff like the meetings you should be having, like weekly meetings, daily meetings, what they should be, what should they consist of, who should be in charge of things. I'm very visual, so I like it. They just show you simple stuff like a company scorecard, like what are the measurables for this week, what are the goals. It's very good, and it's kind of helped me. It's the little things that will help you make an extra 100K that it's definitely worth it. In this book, wholesaling gurus, when they talk about scaling, there's a lot of scaling like things they do. They'll literally copy this book word for word, and then they'll sell you it for $5,000 for a course. So I'm trying to show you this one thing on here. Bear with me, guys. I'm trying to find it. And this is the stuff that they'll show in the $5,000 scaling seminar, and they'll literally copy it for word and just change the words from marketing to dispo, and like that's what they do for $5,000. And you guys will pay for it because this information is worth it. So it's called Traction. Where's this thing? Right here. No, that's not it. Right here. So stuff like this, where you got to understand the focus is all out of bend here. But you got the integrator, you got marketing, sales management, operations. So it says like that. So you see this, They just change it. So on the top is the CEO marketing acquisitions like dispo, and they'll change it and they'll charge you $5,000. You guys will pay for it. Literally, they copied this book word for word. Traction, Gino Wickman. You can get it for free online. I'm not telling you search Traction free PDF on Google. I don't do that. But if you're broke, you can read it. People have done that. I don't know. But that book is a $5,000 seminar, and it will take you a couple days to read, and it is worth your time. Skip Netflix. There's no NFL on. Playoffs haven't started. Skip your games. Watch that. I'm telling you, change your business. So anything else, man, I can help you with?
No, thanks, brother. I'm going to jump off. And yeah, I actually literally just finished reading Traction a month ago. I'm just bubbling over, man. That's really affirming, bro. Thanks, Zach, man. I'll talk to you later. Thanks so much.
Thanks, man. Have a blessed one. All right. So let's see who else I can help with scaling. If not, I can always rant for hours on how to scale your business. So let's see here. So anyone else have any questions you want to hop on and ask? Again, guys, this is Wholesaling Houses for Real. I'm live on YouTube, I think, on this one too. But you can't get access to these Zooms unless you're in my mastermind. So anyone else have a question they want to talk? Let me know.
Hey, Zach, can you hear me?
What's up, bro?
Hey, it's Doug. What's up?
Doing good, man. How are you?
I'm doing good. Hey, real quick, I wanted to ask you, you guys have VAs that are the cold callers, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you guys train them yourselves?
Yeah. There's no other way I would do it without training them.
No. Okay. You wouldn't go through a third party?
That's interesting. I'm going to be honest with you. This is very controversial too, but I'm a controversial guy, I guess, on YouTube. There's been some issues with these third party companies. Not all of them. There's some good ones out there that will use your data and steal it and use those as leads. And I've seen it happen before with guys. So I'm not trusting of that.
All right.
That's all I can say.
Well,
they will literally, like, if you're in Houston and this company's owned in Houston, they'll just take those leads. They'll give you the lead, but they'll use it as a free lead because it's worth $50K. Right. And I've seen it before, and it's very uncomfortable. So no. And wholesaling is such a small business, and it's like, oh, we got that from cold calling also. Like
yeah.
And in closed circles, I've seen this happen before. I've seen it happen in skip tracing too. So that's why I'm very careful who I do my skip tracing with and a lot of other stuff. And I'm in a small market too. So just think about like that. But yeah, I'm very careful with third parties. I'd have to know them very well, like the actual owners.
Okay. All right. Well, okay. So when you're training your VAs to cold call, are you guys doing like I was watching your podcast with Stratton. Are you guys doing like the cultural training, stuff like that, to get them familiar with talking to people, the American people, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, Stratton's got a different way of looking at it. He's an absolute beast at it, and I'm telling you, he's not the guy that's out here stealing your data. Like he's legit.
Right.
Like he actually runs a legit operation, and he's one of the most trustworthy people in wholesaling. So he would be a guy I would trust. But his way of doing it is a little different. I kind of overpay my employees, so I don't have to do that, if that makes sense. But the way that we do our cold calling is very, very, it's not the sexiest thing out there. So we're calling and we're looking for yeses or nos. And if there's any interest, we just throw it in the podio and have the acquisitions guy talk. If you're interested in selling a house, we cut them out because it's a VA with an accent. We don't want.
Right.
I just bring a deck, and very, very tiny. We used to have VAs set appointments for us, and it was a nightmare. And you can train them as well as possible, but the turnover is going to be so high that we're just looking for yeses. And honestly, if you get 10 yeses, the acquisitions guy just call him really quick, and he'll probably cut through half, but it's the most efficient way I found. Hey, are you interested in selling a property? Yes. Getting into the why and things like that in the rapport building, we already got the yes. and they already answered a cold call, so they'll probably answer another one, and they're already in my podio. They're going to be followed up like crazy. Boom. It's just easier. And
yeah,
that's how we cold call, kind of like you. Like we go super hard, super fast. If it's not a yes, then on to the next one.
Okay, so I guess because I've been thinking how to structure it. So 'cause I was thinking of that way as well. I think that would be the best way because I don't trust the VA building rapport. So what's your average, like a cold call from a VA? What's that? I guess like if you could put a time on it, how many minutes are they usually on the phone with the seller? It's like a 5 minute phone call or less.
I mean, it's less than 5. It's like, hey, I'm not gonna give like specifically what we're gonna say, but it's kind of a Florida thing. But like, just people are like a lot more New Yorker and very more brandish in Port St. Lucie, so we got to be a little quicker. Hey, we're calling about your house. Are you possibly interested in selling it? No cash offer, just maybe. Okay, well, can I get some more information? And they get some info. Like, obviously, we want to confirm the address, make sure it's the right phone number, get the name, and just, hey, someone from our team's going to reach out. We're looking to buy your house. And we like very, very vague. And we just bring on the next one. And then the acquisitions guy who's American,
I like that. Yeah.
Killer, will go on there and just warm the person up like crazy. Hey, that was Sue. She just calls and just asks for me. I was just kind of out. I was out of the office when I turned that call or something. Like we got very different ways we do it, but we just want to get the yes. Because dude, you cold call enough, like the hardest part is just getting that yes. Once you get the yes, it's just a process. It's not even like knowing what to do. It's just X, Y, and Z.
Okay. Yeah. So y'all don't do like the pre-qualify and y'all don't care about the warm lead. Y'all just want a yes. Send it to Podio and let the acquisitions guy determine if it's a good lead or not.
Yeah. Like if you have a VA cold calling 5 hours a day or 8 hours a day, like how many yeses are you going to get on a high equity list? Not a crazy amount.
Right.
I wish it was more, but it's not.
Okay. Yeah, I got you. All right. Yeah, that makes sense.
A VA's not trained enough. There's so much like just little nuances of knowing if someone's motivated, like a true motivated seller in a deal that a VA is just not going to understand. But my acquisitions person that closes hundreds of thousands a month, they know with the nuances that they can tell. Right. And literally it's a 3-4 minute conversation because they know pretty quick if it's going to be a deal or not. And sometimes we're wrong and we got to keep following up, but most of the time within 4 minutes, I can tell if it's a deal or not, or it's worth going.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That was my biggest thing with looking at hiring a cold caller, trying to see how to structure it.
And also we're in the mindset because we have acquisitions people that just out all day on appointments.
Right.
So everything's like 10 minutes from each other. Like Port St. Lucie is very compact. If you show any interest, we're probably just going to go out and see you because there's so much competition that, if we just build that, we've had so many deals where we just went out there, wasn't a deal, but they trusted us, called us like 3 weeks later and we got the deal. So we're always like, if you have any interest, we're most likely just going to go see you, say hi, talk about their grandma and just have it like, just build a little bit of connection, talk about like kids and stuff. And then it's that extra like deal or two every year. It just pays for itself. So that's kind of what we do.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, man. I appreciate it. I like that. How you guys structure it.
Yeah, man. I appreciate it. Any other questions, man?
No, not right now that I can think of. That's my biggest thing. Because I'm still working on getting my first cold caller.
Dude, just
no, I think that's it.
Pull the trigger, man. I'm telling you, like just train them, have them do a list you'd never call, and then just see how they do. And I think at worst you spend $1,000 and I think you'd be surprised. Your time's best spent on appointments, not cold calling.
Right.
You already know that.
Yeah. Okay. No, I agree. Yeah. All right, man.
Dude, you just get one deal, pay for the whole thing. And you have a whole year of cold calling. That VA can cold call for a whole year. I mean, I think if a VA cold calls 5 hours a day, 5 days a week for a year straight, are you going to get at least one deal from it? Like, come on.
No, definitely. Yeah.
And remember, the VA is going to be, I would say, $6 an hour, 5 hours a week, 30 times 52. Let's just say no, wait. I'm doing my math wrong. Let's do $7 an hour, 5 hours a day, 30 at 5 a day, times 52. Basically 10 grand, and then you'll give them a percentage. And you're 10 grand for a full year cold calling 5 hours a day. That's insane. And I don't want to put some scare tactics on you, but with this Trace Act, it's probably better start now than later. And so that's kind of again with the Trace Act. I did a video on it yesterday.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah,
there's more nuances to it, and I think there's going to be a lot of easy loopholes. But can't talk about that. But I don't think there'll be an issue with VA's cold calling.
Okay.
If they're human,
Cool.
I think it'd be fine.
Right.
I'll probably have to pay a little more, but it'll be good.
Okay. And then real quick, so with the VAs, y'all meet up with them like daily or weekly, or y'all just let them do their own thing?
Weekly.
Weekly. Okay.
You have to.
You think daily's overkill? Or maybe
Not when you're training. Like they got to get trained. Like if I get a new one, it'd be daily.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, if they're new, you got to train them enough. And you got to pay them when
All
you're
right.
training too. So if you're training them for 2 hours, you got to pay them.
Yeah.
But you getting $10? Okay,
All right,
it's
cool.
crazy.
I know. Man. All right. Well, yeah, that's pretty much all I had.
Dude, when you're 50, you're gonna be telling like other people in wholesaling. Like we used to pay people to call for $6 an hour back then, and minimum wage is gonna be like $30 an hour, like or 40. You're gonna be like an old man in a rocking chair talking about it. Like it's the most insane thing ever. You could pay someone that little to cold call.
Yeah.
And they live a very good life in the Philippines. It's insane.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So watch out for the roosters. That's the thing you got to watch out. Filipino cold callers. Hispanic ones are probably going to be best where you're at in Houston.
Yeah. I'm looking at Mexico or Latin America countries.
I just think a Hispanic accent will slide by so many more sellers in Texas than a Filipino one.
Yeah,
Nothing about accents, guys. I'm just saying.
I can't stand talking to the Philippines, man. That's why I won't hire one.
So yeah. But that's kind of what I would say. So I appreciate it, man. If you got any more questions, let me know. I'm always here to help.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
No worries.
Okay.
All right. And then Jonte, you got any questions?
Yeah, I do. How you doing?
Doing great, man. How are you?
I'm good. Well, I just got 3 quick questions. I just hired I can if you want me to. I just hired a guy. Well, he reached out to me. He's been reaching out to me for like the last 2 years, but I was being so busy that I couldn't bring him on. But him being consistent, I just brought him on. So, what I do is I pay him $300 a week plus 20% of every deal he brings in. Do you think that's too much?
500 a week and 20%?
No, 300 a week and 20% of every deal he brings in.
Is he acquisitions?
He's a cold caller.
That's way too much, dude. That's way too. And here's the problem: you already offered it. So, is this American?
Yes. Well, I have an office downtown, and he's American. He lives around the corner from me.
How many hours?
9 to 7, 10 hours. Is it 10? I believe.
$30 an hour plus no. Literally, you could pay him $30 an hour, and that's all you could do. I would be 20. I would do 25 an hour and $1,000 a day?
No,
What's your average
no,
deal?
I'm not no, he's not getting no $25 an hour. No, I pay it's $7.50 an hour.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's $300 a week every Friday. $300 every Friday.
Oh, it's 10 hours a day.
Yes, 10 hours a day.
Your boy's gonna
700
burn out.
But he's choosing to do this. This is not me. I'm telling it's originally from 9 to 5. But he's just like, he loves calling on the phone that he'd be like, hey, I don't want to leave. I want to call some more. So it forces me to stay there with him at the office and call with him.
Okay.
He's having financial problems. Like he lives in a trailer and he's hasn't like his mother and father's having problems. So he has no choice. Like he's like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to make this wholesaling stuff work. If that makes sense. Like he's dedicated to be successful in wholesaling.
Okay. I'm just letting you know at 300, that's 20% a lot, dude. What's your average deal margin?
Like between 7 and 10,000.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. I'd make it 10 or
Okay.
do like a flat 5 to $1,000. If he's doing 10 hours a day, he should be able to make a healthy amount.
Okay. So 10% of every deal.
Yeah. Or figure out, yeah, I would do 10%.
Okay. And so the 300, you think that's a decent amount every week?
It's extremely low.
So you think I should pay more?
Yeah, I'd rather. Yeah, 750. That's below minimum wage, dude.
But that's what he chose. I was like, hey, how much do you want an hour? And because originally he worked at Cricket, and I guess he was getting like his checks was like 500 every 2 weeks, and he was like, hey, I just give me $300 a week, and I'll be satisfied with that.
What state are you in?
Kentucky.
Kentucky. Oh, $7.25 an hour, Kentucky. Okay, I got that mixed up. Make sure it's at least $7.25 an hour. That should be fine. Just basically let them know it's a commission job, and I think 10% works.
Okay.
And if they're getting deals, it should work. If he does this for a month, he's going to quit, though. I just letting you know, without seeing anything positive. So show him that we are working the leads and stuff like that. So show him checks that you're doing, like try to motivate them and share your experience. How many deals are you doing a month?
Well, it's me and my cousin. We're doing like 4 a month.
Okay, you got plenty of checks to show him.
Yeah, I do. I was trying to show him so and keep him motivated. Like he know it's real. Like he's seen my checks and I took him like to closings with me and stuff to like prepare him. And I just told him, just don't get discouraged if you don't bring a deal in a month or so.
Okay. Yeah, I think that works. I think 20% is a lot. Yeah, 20% is a lot. I would do 10.
Okay.
And I think if he's good enough, that'll work. Did you
But
tell him 20%?
No, I didn't tell him that yet.
Oh.
No, I didn't tell him.
I thought you already told him. Okay.
I didn't tell.
Remember, if you tell someone that, then you can't go back. So
exactly.
I would do 10 and show him some checks you're doing. And I think he can do the math pretty well. So if he can bring in 2 deals, how much money would that be? So if he can bring in 2 deals a month, should easily pay for himself. So he bring in 20K for you. It's $2,000 plus 1,500. I mean, that's 42K a year. I mean, is that decent for Kentucky?
You can live good with 42,000 a year. Well, I can't because I can't do nothing with 42,000. But
me neither. But I mean, that's one deal for me. But For the average employee, I think for Kentucky, that's decent. I mean, you get out of a trailer at 42. So I think that's reasonable.
Okay. And my second question was, how much do you think in a percentage of how much should be invested back into a business?
Depends. Okay. So first of all, if this guy starts getting like 2 deals a month, I would start upping his percentage. Just so, cause I'm going on a rant here. One other thing I would suggest is tell him 10% on the first deal. If he does 2 deals in a month, it's 15%. And if he does 3 deals in a month, it's 20%. And then if he does 4, it's 25. So every extra deal he does a month is an extra 5%.
Okay. So does it keep going up? Like say he gets 6 deals, does the percentage keep going up, or does it cap out at a certain?
If he's pulling in 6 deals, I mean, I don't think it'd be too much to ask if he just keeps pumping five out. Like if you're doing 4 and he's pumping out 6, what is that? 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I mean, at 40%, he's doing an insane amount. I'd cap it at 50, but dude, if he's bringing 10 deals, that's not bad.
He's an animal if he's doing that.
Yeah. So like just bring it up by 5% after 10 and let him know that. And he'll probably get even hungrier. So that's what I would say.
Okay.
So your question there was, say that again. Sorry. Lost my train.
Well, I think my only problem is like when I do have closing, I don't know how much to put back into the business. So for example, say if I was to make 10, I'm going to put 8 into the business in this pocket too.
Okay.
Like, I don't know. And then I say I was to make 7 on one, I would put 3 into the business. And like, I don't know a set percentage on what to put into the business.
Couple questions. Are you married, kids?
Dependents? I got a little boy, but no, I'm not married. I just got a little boy.
Okay. So obviously you need just personal stuff, but obviously you got to keep the money, just take care of course, you have a child, all your dependents, make sure that's all taken care of. Obviously, I don't want anyone that you have to take care of to suffer. So leave that aside. Always have like an emergency fund or something like that. But after that, I mean, put as much as you can in the business. Always have some cash, always keep some for taxes. But I would say invest it the best money possible. Like, so investing in an extra marketing person's worth it. Investing in something stupid is not. Like wrapping your car in a We Buy Houses cash thing is just not a good use of your money. It'd probably be better to have a VA cold call for you.
Okay.
So I would say that hire somebody driving for dollars. That's what I would say.
Okay. And do you know by any chance if Batch has like how when you're texting, like you can buy, like it's when I'm texting, it's like me and 3 other people texting like the same campaign list. Do you know by any chance if Batch has like you can get like your own personal for your own personal account? Like it's all on one account, but like if I was to hire somebody strictly for texting, by any chance, if they will have it to where they can get their own account to just text a certain list?
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
Talk to Michelle. She'll help you out there. I'm pretty sure you get sub accounts.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah. All right. I appreciate you.
All right, man. I appreciate you hopping on here and helping me out.
All right, no problem. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. And next here we got Christian. What's up?
Hey, Zach, give me just a minute, man. I'll be right back.
Yeah, no worries.
Thank you.
Now, remember, guys, watching this. This is the Wholesaling Houses for Real Mastermind. So if you want to join, you got to go to Wholesaling Houses for Real on Facebook. It's the fastest growing group for wholesaling on Facebook. The link's here on the YouTube, but it's Wholesaling Houses for Real. That's how you get on here. So Ask all your questions too. I might answer at the end here, but that is literally how you get on these things. You literally have to be in the mastermind. So pretty exciting.
And then one thing, if you can't find the link in the Facebook group, just click the search button at the top right, and then type in Zoom, and then the link should pop up.
Yeah, dude, that's it. And then if you can't find the group, I probably blocked you because you're a guru. So that's the other way. So let's see. Sweet. All right. So I guess we'll talk to Grant. So what's up, man? Do you have any questions? Looks like you're eating.
Yeah, I'm munching on some baked potatoes.
All right, sweet.
But yeah, man, I just wanted to come out and I like the topic of today, building traction. So I mean, I guess I can just kind of tell you what's going on in my business and you know, kind of bounce some ideas off you in terms of scaling and building some traction.
Let's do it.
So I got a VA. I think last time we talked, I was putting out bandit signs for rent property. And but anyway, I got a VA pulling data, code enforcements, probates twice a week, code enforcements once a month. She cleans that. She gets that, you know, all the phone numbers for the probates because it's on our county. And then I'm doing all the marketing. I'm doing texting. I switched from cold calling to texting, and I really love it. I got this month, I think I got 3 properties that should close in about 7 days.
Nice.
And then another 2 properties that I'm going to JV with a local wholesaler. So it's going to be a really good month. Yeah, I guess one thing is that I got about 1,500 code violations coming in every month. I don't know if they're new from the city or if I'm just going to be marketing the same properties. Probates probably around, I don't know, it's not a ton, a few hundred or so. Let's see, 120 a month for the county that I'm in. Doing direct mail. I messaged you about, you know, kind of your marketing and how you guys are doing that. So yeah, I just think in terms of, you know, making sure I'm getting enough leads, you know, do you think I wonder if I should, the county, you can pull about half of the code violations from the county. I guess I can go to all the different local municipalities within the county and get their individual code violation data to get more data. I'm just wondering, I think I need more data. But yeah, more data and then dispositions as well. Eventually I'd like to sell my own deals. I'm selling the 3 package one by myself. I got that under contract with the buyer. But in terms of, you know, building cash buyers, I just plan on going out on Wednesdays to the share of sales and building my cash buyers list there, networking there.
That's a great one.
So, but yeah, just in terms of generating more leads, and I'm thinking about hiring a texter and training them, and then in lead manager as well. I know you're talking about you like American lead managers or acquisitions people.
Acquisition. Lead manager can be a VA.
Lead manager, VA.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lead manager can be a VA.
So lead manager is the ones that just warms them up, gets the 4 pillars, talks to them. VA isn't, so feel like foreign VA, Filipino.
Yeah.
Is that how you guys are doing it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then once they're ready to sell, you bring them over to your acquisitions people.
Yeah. And then they'll follow up with them.
Okay. And then they'll follow up with them. Cool. Okay. So yeah, I mean, I guess I'm just doing code violations and probates. I mean, it's going really well. You think I gotta pull some more lists, do some more volume?
Yeah. So you're in Cincinnati. So I would do the Cincinnati one, the specific cities. just say due to COVID, you could probably get them emailed to you, hopefully.
Yeah.
Everything around that little area, I would pull pretty hard. I would possibly try fire damage analysis too. See if you can pull those lists too from the fire departments. That'd be pretty good. Water shutoffs, obviously. But if you're finding success with code enforcement, code violations, I'd be pushing that even harder.
Okay. Would you suggest just going to the other counties surrounding? Then, I mean, I guess there's 2 counties that are in Cincinnati, and then there's a few that surround Cincinnati. Would you just suggest going to those different counties and getting all that data as well?
Yep. And there's also, you can do, I know a lot of guys in Cincinnati are having success in like, what is it? Northeast Kentucky too. I do that, some of that too.
Northern Kentucky, yeah, because
yeah.
that's at the bottom of Cincinnati or the
Yeah,
south side.
wherever it's right by there.
Yeah.
I would look into that too.
Okay.
And whatever is a good driving distance for you to go meet with people, I would be pushing that hard.
Meet people in terms of cash buyers?
Oh, like deals.
Oh, just in terms of meeting seller appointments.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Sure.
Yeah, that's probably what I do.
Cool. Okay. And with your, so you got cold caller, or you've got the Filipino marketers in terms of texting, cold calling, and then Filipino lead managers, and then American acquisitions, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I guess my only question would be I'll probably would do acquisitions until I get some more deals under my belt.
Yeah, that'd be the last one.
Yeah.
On the scaling traction part is get someone to do marketing first, and then possibly dispo. And then the last one's always acquisitions. That's the hardest one to replace.
Okay. So marketers, maybe acquisitions or lead manager, or dispositions and lead managers.
Yep.
And acquisitions. Okay. Cool.
Sweet, man. Let me know anything else you need help with, and I'm always here to help.
All right. Thanks, Zach.
Thanks. Have a good one.
Dude.
And last one here, we had Christian. What's up?
Hey, Zach. How are you, man?
Doing good, man. How are you?
Good. Thanks. Thanks for taking my call. It's always a blessing having you here.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for the support.
Yeah, for sure, man. Thank you. So I don't know I know you speak to hundreds of people, but I had told you I'm an accountant. I work about 60 hours a week. I work for an oil and gas company, and I got 3 kids at home. My wife is a nurse, and I'm usually here doing homeworks with them and a lot of stuff, but I'm still doing this at the same time. I talked to a friend of mine. He wants to help me out calling and stuff like that. And, he did ask me, well, if I were to get deals, like how would it work? I said, I don't know, man. Let me do my research. I need help calling and maybe setting up appointments and kind of like knowing more or less how much I can give him. I know you spoke earlier about percentages and hourly pay. I'm here in Texas, but I don't really know, what number should be good.
Would he be calling and doing appointments, like all that?
He'll be calling and we'd be going to the appointments and stuff like that.
Try a quarter
and
then see how good he is, and then pump it up if it's really good.
Quarter? No hourly at all? Like he'd just be calling in a quarter?
No, you don't know if he's good or not.
Okay.
Is he a buddy of yours?
Yeah, we've been friends for 15 years.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard treating him as an employee, so I do it by percentage. Now, this is a dude off the street, it'd be different.
Okay.
Strictly percentage.
Percentage. Okay.
It's just harder with friends. So with a percentage wise, it's like, hey, we tried it, didn't work. Or it worked really well, then you can go from there as like an actual business thing.
He's a flipper, by the way.
Oh, really?
But he wants to get away from flipping. He wants to wholesale. So he's got knowledge in the business, but he he never heard of wholesaling until I brought it up to him. They fund their own deals with their own money, him and his family. But you know, he wants me to train him, call, and then we'll go to the appointments and close or whatever. So if you think a quarter,
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't tell you what to do, but that's what I'm thinking.
no, I mean your input. You know, obviously you have the experience.
So that's what I would say. I think that's enough where it's not too much or a little, and you got to do the training. I think that's decent.
Okay, and then just like you said, if he was to close some more deals during the month, do you up it or
Yeah,
how
up
would
it
that
up
work?
5%.
5% with no cap, right? You know, the more you bring.
I'll give him 100% if he does that many deals. I don't care. I don't care.
Okay.
Pulling in $15,000-$30,000 deals, whatever. Like do 18. Just I'll pay. Whatever.
Cool.
Research
Now,
after the
right. When and you may not know this question, but I have an LLC. If I were to give him 25%, is that he'd be like a 1099?
Yep,
He'd be like a
1099.
contractor.
You're the accountant, but yes, W-9, 1099, strictly.
Okay, just making sure. Okay, cool. I was finally able to watch your video on Podio a few days ago, and I had the whole thing set up. Is that literally what you use on
Yep.
your day-to-day
Left to right.
business? Like the way on your video you set everything up?
Mhm.
Okay,
So I still use.
cool. And then I was also watching your video on setting up the batch leads.
Okay.
You were live with some guy that didn't know pretty much, you know what I'm talking about,
Jovan.
the video where
Jovan, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, man, I think I still need to reach out to batch leads. I don't know if I need to buy lines, like you have to buy so many lines, right, to send so many text messages a month. How many lines do you think I should be buying out just starting off?
But how many texts are you going to do a day?
I was thinking I would do about 10,000 leads a month starting off.
Yeah, you're going to at least need at least 10 to 15 phone numbers. It's kind of what we do. If you're doing that much, probably around there, 10 to 15, I'm thinking.
Okay. And then with that, you'll also get another a company like calls Zeller or something like that to actually call these people.
Yeah. I'm being careful with this Trace Act. We're moving everything over to batch dialer right now. Because it's you can't go over triple line dialing. So you do a Mojo, do whatever you want. Call tools is great too. Triple line, I won't go over that anymore.
Okay, so batch dialer, is that with the same batch leads? That same company?
Yeah, I mean it's all together. Just because I get a discount for the thing, and everyone's gets a discount. But you do the Mojo one too. I use Mojo. It's a great one. I think a lot of people use Mojo too. So I would do the Mojo also. I just test them all out. You get a free trial to a lot of these things. So that's what I would do.
Cool, man.
Figure out which one you like the best and go with it.
All right. Thanks. Are you going to be having another call like next week where you're talking to people as if we're the owner and we're doing like
role play or live
role
call?
Play. Yeah, role play.
I'll probably, most likely. I'm going to see. Let me see my schedule. Probably like Saturday or Sunday or something like that.
Cool. Well, that helped a lot. It was good. So I appreciate that, man.
Thanks, man. Appreciate the support. Any other questions you got?
No, man, that's all for me. I'm gonna keep listening and learning. Thank you.
Great, man. I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks. All right. So last one here, we got Bobby. Can you hear me, man? All righty. Cool. If you want to hop on, you can hop on. Let me answer some questions in the comments here and we'll see what we got. So let's get it. Good morning, everyone. Rise and grind. What's up? Huge help and inspiration. Thank you. I appreciate it. Is it possible I can meet you one day? Of course, I'm probably do some meetups. Probably have to schedule some stuff out, but Solo Dola says, how do I join your mastermind? The links are on the YouTube. Just go to Wholesaling Houses for Real on Facebook. Can I close a deal with a FHA certificate that helps with the closing? For wholesaling or flipping, let me know. Hey, we first try to get a CRM like Podio or just print up. I would do Podio because it's free. So I have a free Podio guide. So Podio space flip with Rick would be the best one for there. Hey, Zach, are you still going to be blasting SMS after the June change of carriers? Yes. Just saw your live. I got some leads from Zillow rentals list. Thanks, man. Appreciate you guys located in Dayton. That's sweet. But yeah, guys. So some things about just building a business and building traction is, I mean, this book Traction's helped me a lot. I think it's a great one. EOS system is another one. The same author. That's kind of where I base a lot of my systems off. And that's where a lot of these gurus are basing their stuff off of. So that's sort of where I'm at with that. So I would say one of the biggest keys to scaling your wholesaling business is just getting out of your own way. So obviously you're the best at wholesaling probably like in the business, in your company, but you got to learn how to delegate it out. Once you delegate it out, people will probably be 70 to 80% as proficient as you, but you get so much time freedom, it becomes actually worth it. So you just got to think about delegating like that. And you can live a life where you have a skilled business and you're working 5 to 10 hours a week at most. And that's something I'm very passionate about. And that's something I think I want to start helping a lot more people out. So of course, I'm going to help you guys brand in the business, start from 0 to 100K, but bringing from 100K to $1 million. It's a lot of small tweaks you have to do to hit that. It's a lot harder going from 0 to 100K. 100K to $1 million is easier, but it's harder in a different way. So a lot of people get in the trap where they're okay with making 100K, and that's basically it. So, Bobby, what's up? Is your thing working?
Yeah, it's working.
Awesome, man. What's up?
Not much, man. I like your content, and I'm just here to excuse me. How do you gain traction when you have a 9 to 5?
Okay, I never had a 9 to 5, but
I know you're young, but
I would say you're 5 to like, I would do my appointments probably from 5 to 8 and then work hard on the weekends. Use every spare moment on actual marketing and stuff like that. That's probably what I would do. Start getting that 100K in and then start delegating the marketing and then start focusing on appointments and then get a dispo person and then start scaling up from there. That's kind of what I would say.
okay. And how scaling up? That's like within 6 months of starting. Or is it a set time?
I would get some deals on my belt and get some experience before I start hiring someone. But once you get that level, I would say so.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
No problem.
All right, guys. So before we end this out, let me just give you a quick plug. Wholesaling Houses for Real is my free wholesaling mastermind. Go to www.facebook.com/groups/wholesaling houses for real, or just go to Facebook, search bar, Wholesaling Houses for Real. And if you're on YouTube, the link's commented below here if you're live. But join my free mastermind. It's the fastest growing mastermind in wholesaling real estate. I have a free wholesaling course in there. I don't sell anything. There's no guru, no selling anything in there. I'm just trying to help you become the best wholesaler possible so we can steal a lot of money from these gurus so they don't have to get paid and we can actually bring wholesaling to what it should be, which is for the people, by the people, and help everyone out. make as much money as possible for it. So I'm pretty excited. That's it. So the lowest, what do you know about Tacoma? I don't know much about Tacoma, but a little more high priced, I'd probably go in the suburbs for there. But that's it, guys. I really appreciate it, guys. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe. I really appreciate it, guys. Have a good one.